Despite the resurgence of white supremacy, African Americans in the bustling seaport city of Wilmington, North Carolina, held on to the gains they had made after emancipation and built a thriving black community. They fellowshipped together in churches, bonded with one another in fraternal organizations, and cared for each other through benevolent societies. They worked as professionals in government, banking, and newspaper publishing, as skilled artisans in industry, and on maritime crews at sea. And they participated in politics, voting into office black and white Republicans. But much of what they gained was wiped out on November 10th, 1898, by a mob hell-bent on reestablishing white supremacist rule. For months, Wilmington's white elite, led by members of the Democratic Party, had been conspiring to get rid of the city's Republican office holders. They feigned outrage and incredulity about an editorial in the Daily Record, a local black newspaper published by Alexander Manly. Manly had called out white men for attempting to justify lynching by saying they were only trying to stop sexual assaults on white women by black men, when white people knew that the main perpetrators of sexual violence were white men, and the primary victims were black women.
What he wanted was transparency, for people to see the full workout, to see the full Colin Kaepernick. Again, you mentioned obviously Max is going to get in here, and like I said, I'm in the streets. Max almost seems blacker than you, Stephen A. with what he's coming, you know, with his commentary.
With all due respect, my brother,
I'm just saying, dog.
Wait a minute, wait to finish.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna check you right now. You don't cross the line.
I'm just saying.
Time. Wait a minute. You don't cross the line. First of all,
you probably ask yourself, what do those two clips have in common? Absolutely nothing. There are complete, stark differences between the both of them. This is for the folk that get up on their high horse, these liberals, and a lot of these black folk that still claim that things haven't changed. This is the Jim Crow era versus ESPN, and I think there was maybe sometime, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, don't quote me on that, but it shows you the stark difference. It shows you how a black man can get on TV and criticize another black man for not being black enough, while putting a white person on a pedestal and saying he's more black than you. You think that could have happened in the Jim Crow era? You think that was possible in those times? You know what would have happened to him if he said that about a white man back in the Jim Crow era? Are you crazy? This is my response to you people who say things haven't changed. Things have changed significantly for the black man. Things have changed significantly for black people in America. And for you to say that things haven't changed, you have people that paved the way for us, black folks that paved the way for us, that are probably rolling over in their grave when you say stupid stuff like that. That suffer for nothing.
You know, I would go out on a limb to say that the majority of white folk don't want to be labeled as racist or to even be put in the same breath as the white folk of the Jim Crow era. You know, I have best friends that happen to be white that support Donald Trump. I mean, I'm talking friends that I consider brothers, and I feel offended more than they feel offended when you compare them to white folk from the Jim Crow era. Like, that's so false. It's a falsehood to say things like that. Things have changed so much.